Okay, so you may have tried the basic ones, or you might be looking at these and then trying them all together. That's entirely your choice. So what we're going to do is look at when you've not just got X and Y, far more challenging ones to solve, which is most likely what you would be given. So if I said to you, expand 2x plus 3y, then we still think of this as the x and this is the y and set it up the same idea. So it means we're going to go from 0 to 4, and this time in a bracket 2x, so I remember your coefficient at the front, of course, okay, 2x, and it's 4 and going down the way, and then 3y. Make sure you have them in brackets because otherwise you'll get the wrong numbers. So we know that you will have 4, 0, 4, 1, 4, 2, and so forth. I don't know why that's not opening up there. Okay, 4, 0, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4. And then we will have 2x in each. So 2x to the 4, 2x to the 3, 2, 1, 0. And then what about the y's? You'll have 3y to the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we need our triangle. So what are we going to do for the triangle? We are going to just quickly write down, and we know it's 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. I'm going to now start expanding this. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So that's 16x to the 4, and anything to the 0 is 1. That is 8x cubed, and that is times 3y. That is 4x squared, and that is 9y squared. 2x, just itself, and 27y cubed, and then to the 0 is 1, and then times by 3 again, you get 81y to the 4. All I'm going to do now is bring together, so this is 16x to the 4. Just be careful with your numbers. You could do 32 times 3 is 96, x cubed y. Just be careful, do it whatever way you want. So 36 times 6, 827s, whatever way, and collect it all together. Okay, and then you get your answer. So it's not as bad at all as making lots of grids and things. Okay. Let's try it with fractions and signs. Now, if you remember, it was x plus y. We prefer a plus when we're doing it. So what we're going to do is think of it's a half x plus minus y. So the minus is going to be in the bracket with the y. Okay, so let's go for it. So this is to the 3, isn't it? So we're going to have 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2. So we will have 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, and so forth. Oh, there's a wee mistake. I'll just go back instead of starting all over again. So we'll have 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. We'll have a half x in each. So it's up to you whether you want to do one thing at a time, or you could do 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2. You just have to remember to leave space, put a half x everywhere, and put minus y everywhere. And then after that, go 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so you can choose while you're doing it which way would be easier for you to set it all out. I think putting a half x in every single one first and then going 3, 2, 1, 0 is maybe the easier way. Put minus y in them all and then going 0, so put the powers in afterwards and it just flows really nicely. Okay. Right, okay, let's go for your triangle. So we know it's 1, 3, 3, 1. So that's your coefficients. If I cube that, I'll get an 8th x cubed. You can write it as x cubed over 8 if you prefer as well. And then to the 0 is 1. Even if it's negative, to the 0 is 1. That will be a quarter x squared times minus y. And then that will be a half of x. Minus minus turns to plus y squared. And then we have to the 0, so that goes to 1 minus y cubed. So remember, odd powers will give you negatives out and even will give you positives. Just bring it together, so you've got a 8th x cubed, 3/4 x squared y, but bring the minus to the front, 3 over 2xy squared and minus y cubed. Just bringing it all together. You could have fractions and negatives in both. We're going to do the exact same again. So we'll have minus 4/5 x squared all in the first set of brackets and minus a third y all in the next set of brackets. Exact same again. We'll have 30, 31, 32, 33. We'll have the minus 4/5 x squared. So I'm just putting all of that in. Minus a third y all in. And then go 3, 2, 1, sorry, that should come up, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. Just the same. It's just you've got to watch your signs and things and your fractions, okay? Right, okay, so we know the triangle, don't we? We're experts at that. It should be here somewhere. I don't know where it's disappeared to. I'll just go for it. Okay, I know it's 1, 3, 3, 1 anyway, okay? This one here, when you cube it, it's negative, so it will remain negative. So 4 4s are 16, 4 of them is 64, and then I get 125. X squared cubed, when you have the powers beside each other, remember your times, so it's like x squared times x squared times x squared, it's x to the 6, so watch that. Anything to the 0 is 1. Even if it's negative, remember. Squaring will go to positive 16 over 25, x to the 4, and you will have a negative, okay? And then we have just one lot of minus 4/5 x squared, and if we square this, it will turn to positive 1 over 9 y squared. To the 0 goes to 1, and then minus 1 over 27 y cubed. When you go to multiply these, that is just what the fraction is. Be careful here though, look. See how that's a 3 and a 3? You don't need to multiply it and then break it down. You could actually reduce down the 3's there and then, okay? So then it's quite easy to see what you've got. Just watch your sign. The 3 and the 9 can cancel down as well. So I'm going to cancel down them just now, or I'm trying to. Okay, so 3 goes into 3 once and into 9 3 times. So it's not as bad as it looks. It's minus 64 over 125, x to the 6. Watch minus 16x to the 4y. So just be careful to give yourself space to write it out. Sometimes I do questions landscape on paper to fit it all in a line. Okay, if you need to go over 2 lines, that's fine. Right, so these were the questions that I gave you initially. So I said if you wanted to keep going with the video, that would go on to challenging ones. So you have either done these or you can try them now and then progress on to page 14, 15, and then do them all at the one time. There's also a web exercise if you've got access to the Scholar, and your answers are in 2, 3, 8, 9. Okay. Lastly, if you remember at the start of the basic lesson, I said, how could you expand that? And you were going to learn. You'll see a video in the next slides, in the next videos, about how would you cope with this. So there's another one for you to try at the end, okay? And then you can watch the video to check your answer. PDF has everything too. And that is all you need to know about your expansions.